What's up, guys? This is part two of the video I was making yesterday. Now, as I stated, I will keep making weird videos until I get some subscribers. Now, this video I was talking about my wrestling season, and I ended off talking about how I was at the wrestling tournament. Now, I don't know honestly how long this video is going to go, so just bear with me. Bear with me. So, like I was saying, you know, during the wrestling season, it was crazy for me as a freshman and starting off. And when I um when I was at the wrestling tournament, we had our tournament for our school. I remember how serious I was ready to wrestle. And when I lost my first match, it really just tore me apart because this was my one moment to actually go out there and wrestle. I had two opportunities, and I failed both times. Second match, I actually gave it a good fight and still lost because what happened was the first time I got pinned, I was able to get out of it. I was able to hip heist and get out of it. But the second time I got pinned, it was over. First time I got pinned, I was able to hip heist it and got out of it. Like that match, I was so mad off losing the first match that while the rest of my team was sitting up there happy, I was sitting up there mad and I was just ready for the second match. The second match, I came out serious and still lost, and that made me even more madder. The only thing that honestly got me happy was the fact that my coach gave me the sportsmanship award because I didn't win no place in that tournament like I wish I would have because I didn't win a match. But I had most of my teammates who took third, took second. One, my captain, he took first place, but I didn't take any place. I was just I tried, but I didn't make it, and it was just a really crazy year for me. I also remember the Winter Blitz. Now, the one thing that just tears me apart is that Winter Blitz is pretty much the same as our tournament that we have, but it's much harder because you have to. It's a two-match elimination, but it's not like how our tournament was, where you can win one match, lose the next, win the second match, and then place. No, if your bracket is full, you got to beat a bunch of people in order to place. That's how it works as a winner blitz. You can't even afford to lose your first three matches. You got to win like your first three, and I think about that, and I did not get that opportunity to wrestle Winter Blitz this season. As a freshman, and it's not because my coach wouldn't let me. It's because um there was a problem, as I mentioned on a previous video. I don't know if I did mention this, but if I did, like I was saying, a lot of people were in the same weight class as me. So the problem was there was a lot of people that were also 152. Like my weight class is 152. So there was a lot of people that was at 152 just like me, a couple more people. So I had to wrestle off against one of them because the other one, he had been gone for a while because of some personal issues. But I had to wrestle off, against him in order to place. And that was a problem because I ended up losing. I gave it my all. This was during practice. This was not in a real match, of course. I had to wrestle off against my own partner in order to get a place at Winter Blitz, and I lost, and I was so mad. I was happy, but I was mad because I did not get the opportunity, and I just sat there the whole time at Winter Blitz just watching all them wrestle when I could have been out there wrestling myself, but I didn't get that opportunity. So, like I said, this year, this wrestling season for me was crazy. You know, it may be hard to believe I was a freshman, but I am, and it was my first year wrestling in high school, and they were first year wrestlers too, but a lot of them were more accomplished than me throughout the season. I was the one that was kind of laid out there, and there was other things that I couldn't get that they had as well. That kind of frustrated me. Um, And I had a really, I just could not. I had so many terrible moments at times. Like I remember at our tournament, like I said, I was mad like the rest of that night until I won sportsmanship award, and then Winter Blitz, that really started to stardom into something. One of my favorite days, even though I didn't wrestle and I was upset watching them over time. It got boring, just watching them. I That became one of my favorite days because a lot actually happened during Winter Blitz. A lot really did happen that changed a lot with me. It was a lot that had taken place during Winter Blitz, and you know, and then after Winter Blitz, we had more matches after that. But the thing is that I actually, for the beginning of 2015, because how the school year is, I did not wrestle in the match. I wrestled when the wrestling season started in December of 2014. I did two matches. I did my first match, and then I did my second match when we went against Bowie and High Point. I did my first match when we went against Duval and Suitland. I believe Suitland was the at that time they were the exhibition match. So that means that didn't count against you. But Duval was like the actual match, and we lost to them as a team. And and we actually lost bad, but it was mainly by points, by a lot of forfeits. Then we wrestled Suitland, and that boy, I lost to him really quick. And and that was an exhibition, and I lost to him really quick. I was really upset of how quickly I lost to him. But it was my birthday again, so like I said, it didn't really at that feeling at that time didn't really come until the next time that we wrestled Bowie and High Point. That's when I really went crazy that night. That was when the suicide happened. That's when all that stuff happened. Then we wrestled Forestville, and Forestville, um, we beat them. We just beat them. I got a forfeit win that night, so I didn't even get to wrestle. I guess you can say that's good. I don't really, only way I can accept a forfeit win is if I have a good winning streak. Like if I'm 10-0 and I get a forfeit win, then it doesn't matter to me. But if I'm getting a forfeit win, I haven't even done anything. It doesn't really like suit me that much. But I guess it's good if you don't really like to wrestle, but that's what I'm there for. And it was just crazy because pretty much after that, then I think the last match we had before this year actually came, before 2015 actually came of last year. We wrestled Central. We wrestled Central, and it was a school with Central that we wrestled. It was Central and Parkdale. Central and Parkdale. That was also in December. Now that match I didn't wrestle at all. Like I only did that Bowie High Point match, that one, and I did my first one. But by that point, and then got the forfeit with Forestville. By that point, I didn't even wrestle at all because this was what I was talking about with the whole people at the same weight class. Only reason I even got to wrestle my first match on my birthday is because the person that was at my weight class was injured. So I was able to do it. But I'm pretty sure that if he didn't get hurt, he probably would have been the one wrestling at the 152 range. But he was injured at the time. He got injured the night right before everybody had wrestled for the first match of the season, which was crazy. But that's exactly what happened. And you know, that was too bad for him, but I'm just glad I got my moment. And when we wrestled Central and um and Parkdale, now here's the thing. I didn't wrestle official match, but I did do exhibitions, and that's pretty much what I did.